Wouldn't it be nice if your content strategy didn't look like this, but actually made sense? What can easily happen is when you're producing content is that you have a random post about employer branding on your blog. And then you have a press announcement about some recent leadership changes. You'll try to fit a video in there about a recent product launch. And then you'll obviously want to be part of trends that are happening on the internet. And really, it doesn't make all that much sense. What you want is that your content strategy is built on essential pillars that are working together, that when put together really paint a nice picture of your company, your brand, and the problems you're solving for your customers. At Facelift, we build a social media management solution, software basically. So what we do is that we talk number one about easy to use software and everything that's concerned around that. We really like to talk about this. And number two, measurable results, because who doesn't love those? And everything that we do is resting on those two pillars. And they basically come from our mission, so it's really easy for us. So this is how it works for us. We define two central pillars based on our mission. For you this might be different. Maybe there's different business units that have different missions at your company. Or your building looks more like this, right? Because you base it on your vision statement that is rather long. However that may be, the important part is that everybody in your company is aligned in what you want to create together, because only then your content will make sense, especially to your customers. And that's what's really important. Welcome to the thinking room, where we just pause for a minute and think about the questions that are really important for our content strategy. In this first bit, I'd like you to think about your company's mission and your company's vision. And how does it connect to your content strategy? What could be your content pillars? Why don't you do it right now? Pause the video, take a note. Your customers have a problem. Luckily, you have a solution. And the better you are at solving your customer's problem with your content, the more successful your content strategy will also become. Especially when your solution is a very specific one to a very specific problem. Worry not though, you can also have a very general solution to a general problem and still be successful with your content. The main thing is that you have problem empathy. Now, what's problem empathy, you might ask? It basically means that you have an understanding of what your customers' pains are. What is it they're looking for in a solution? And this also means thinking more about their perspective than your perspective. And that's the first step to a content cadence, where you build a 3-step logic in order to get to your product. Because if you know this, then you also know the value you're delivering to your customers. And it also means you talk about them and with them and not so much about your company. In the second step, after you've demonstrated problem empathy, what you want to do is that you offer a light solution, possibly free of charge or just in exchange for an email address. So this is the second step in how you build your content strategy. You show how this problem that your customers have can be solved. And in the end, obviously, you want your product to be the actual solution. You're making a concrete offer how your software, hardware offers your customers problems. And it makes it really easy for your future customers to be open to this kind of product. Let me give you a concrete example on the basis of Facelift. As you know, we build a social media management software. So one of the first things we might talk about is frustration on social media. As you know, there's a lot of formats that you need to cater to. Sometimes there's frustration with the people who troll the internet. So it might feel really good to hear about that other people have the same kind of issues. And then the second step, we offer a guideline, a checklist, so to say, for your daily social media management to-dos, which makes it more efficient to deal with all the work you need to do in the jungle that it is out there. So we can easily say, hey, if you like this solution, if you enjoyed our checklist, if this did actually solve your problem, why not check out our product, which has all the solution energy embedded into it, which makes it really easy again for the customers to be like, hey, yeah, I might check this out. So it's not so much of a pitch anymore. It is really just a, hey, how can we help you? Easy as that, 3-step cadence. You talk about the problem of your customer first, you offer a light solution, and in the 3rd step, you give the people a concrete offer of your product. Welcome back to the thinking table, where we sit down and think about things. And in this part, I'd like you to think about the problem you're solving for your customers and how you can make that problem into a cadence leading to your product. These were just the first 2 points out of 5 for a content strategy that actually works. I hope to see you in the next video, so activate the bell